Alrighty, you guys, so we're heading out. It's Mother's Day weekend. Hey, y'all, we heading out into the garden. Alrighty, you guys, so we're heading out. It's Mother's Day weekend. Hey, y'all, we heading out into the garden because there are furniture in my garden. And it must get out. Today's the day. This is Mother's Day. This is my weekend, and I'm getting the things I want. So we're going outside. The children are putting on their things. Okay. Sister's already ready. Other people, though, I can't show you what they look like because they around here looking crazy. Sister's ready, though. So we're heading outside. I do want it. Okay, so here's what we have going, right? When Mr. Jerome comes to cut the grass, we have to put stuff inside of the fence. And this stuff has been in here for quite a while. And so we're going to get all of this stuff out of the fence so that I can have my garden back to myself. And then I'm going to take you guys through the garden so that we can kind of see what's happening out here. And then I do have one bed that is unplanted. Something's coming up. I thought I planted this one out with lettuce, but I don't have any lettuce coming up. I got something. I don't know what that is. Doesn't look like any other weed that I normally see. And I still have lots of beans. So I'm going to see if I can get some more beans out here. So I will take you on a tour through this garden. And I have some more garden soil that I really don't absolutely 100% love. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this bed up a little bit more. I am trying to determine, though, if my celery is ready because it's looking very nice. But anywho, we're going to, and my tomatoes, you probably can't see them, but they're over here. Tomatoes. So anywho, we're going to bring you through to the garden. But the first order of business is to get all of this out of here. It cannot continue. Cannot continue. I do got cucumbers coming up, though. I'm going to feed it. I'm going to feed that cucumber. And then there are cucumbers. Get out of my garden, Brenda Ann. Brenda Ann's a vegetarian. You stop eating my beans, Barbara. I'm not playing with you. Get out of there. Get out of there. Brenda Ann. Get out of there. Brenda. Sister needed new boots, and so we got some new boots for sister. They look just like mom's. Hisea sent us some new boots. Thank you so much. Sister has wide calves, and so she needed some new boots. And we are going out in the garden. Thank you so much, Hisea.
Something that's
against your moralness.
Not good for you. In order to get bigger rolls that will make you lots of money.
Ew.
Because money.
What is it?
Peaks.
Bees.
Oh, good. They dead. That's what the dogs were sniffing at the other day. We just need to rinse them off with the hose. We have hoses. It works. Go ahead, Jack.
I removed it.
Why is this here and not in the greenhouse?
It was in the greenhouse when I put it in there. Jackson.
That wasn't me.
Yes, it was.
It should be in the... All the chairs need to go back out. Mr. Jerome dug that hole out, but he put no dirt back in there.
So if you want to be an actor who doesn't compromise their morals, it's possible. I'm just saying you probably won't get the roles that you think you will.
What I'm saying is, it's going to be even. I think with. I don't know what she's trying to say, but what I'm saying is, it's not ever easy, but it's going to be harder to do it that way because that's the right way.
Of course.
It's easier to do it the wrong way, but it's
What
easier.
did I have sitting there? Because it made a stop.
But it's easier to do.
Let me know if it's
Or
done.
you need to have common sense as well. You need to have.
And somebody slip one thing in your drink and you ain't gonna be having no common sense for a week.
Oh, what drink?
Anytime you go to parties and different things, there's people out here that want to do mean things.
Even like events, like
They're like, okay, you need to come to this event because Mr. So-and-so's going to be here and he's going to be looking for talent. You show up thinking, oh, I'm here for this event. The next thing you know, somebody done something they should not have done. And you don't have nothing, you can't control that. But in the house, in the closet, or wherever you put my coat, I want it. I'm cold.
Well, that's why I've decided for something else to be my main line of work. But what I'm saying is, I just... Gwen, put that down. Put it down.
What has she got now?
Mulch. That's wet though. I'll get this. Now, I don't want, if I am going to work for however many years, deciding I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom, just deciding. And if my husband can provide for me, because I'm not staying home if he can't. Actually, I don't know if yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And let's make sure it's all unbent so that Alrighty, you guys. So we picked up all the pillows and things out of the garden. But, and here I am just giving them a spray down with some Dawn Power Wash. Just going to see if I could get them cleaned. Typically, we have pillows all over the seating area so that, you know, people will be a little bit more comfortable. I'd ran out of some of the Power Wash, so Jackson bought me a refill. And I thought that would be a way to kind of get some of the mold and mildew just from outside furniture, you know, furniture being outside. And so we just wanted to spray down and make sure we cleaned, because a lot of times when it rains, the dirt will come up, or those things have been in the garden for a couple of weeks.
about the workers permit. So I think I got to fill out a form online. I get an email, and then my employer has to email.
I know where you're getting.
It's on the top.
Oh. Oh, I see. Ah. There you go.
Hey, Jack, come over here, please. Don't wet my phone. Don't wet your butt. Here, come spray these. And spray that hedgehog.
No, not even the same.
Look, Mom, she's getting a squirrel.
Get it, Gwen!
But what college person do you know goes back to their parents' house?
All of them.
What about the ones that buy a house?
You mean a
Not in their first year of college, they don't.
Are you done?
Well, I'll be the first one then. Well, like you said, I can't live here.
You right. You can go tomorrow. You ready? Pack up.
And you wouldn't care where we go.
You're 20 years old. You can go wherever it takes you on.
I'm in Jackson.
Jackson is 15. He's going nowhere. Here or with his dad. And the only two options he got.
I'm saying end of senior year. We got college right there, Mom.
You're going to be a senior way before everybody else is going to be a senior.
Well, that's fine.
Still not going to be able. Until you're about a sophomore or junior in college, where you need to be 18 this time.
Mom, Miss Laney said she went to college when she was 17.
But what I'm
Things
saying
were
is
different
she's still
back
not
then.
grown.
Right,
I'm
Mom?
not saying she's grown. I'm just saying
The
she
law
moved
says
out.
you're not grown. She had to go back.
Go back where?
Ask her that part.
We should ask her.
I can't buy a house.
Yeah,
Not
to
at
buy a house.
not if you're not 18, you don't have legal rights to buy nothing.
True. You have to wait till you're 18 exactly.
You're not grown. You can't even vote. You can't buy nothing.
Well,
you
why
can't
you push
smoke.
me? Why you push me to go to a 4-year then?
Well, that's what you do.
Well, if to get a scholarship, I have to go that year.
You're going to. What am I saying?
I don't understand
Come
what
here.
he's saying.
Okay, Mom, you're saying.
You're gonna go to college.
Right.
It's gonna be just like school. When you're in the winter break, you don't stay in the dorm.
How long is winter break?
Same amount, about this time it is here.
What,
You have to move out. Then you go back for January. Then when the end of the semester in January is over, you move out.
As in for the whole
The
summer, as in 3
dorm.
months?
I'll be 18.
But where you moving?
Yeah.
Go to school. Go to good school.
Do you have money to move?
I'll have money by then.
How do you know how much money you're gonna have?
How do you know how much money I won't have?
How do you know what the price is gonna be like when
Okay,
you're 18?
we're gonna
How do you know what the price is gonna be like when you're 18?
They
We're
better be
gonna
better
go
than it
ahead.
is now, because these prices are ridiculous.
No, but y'all moving out. Go right ahead.
Well, I didn't say I was moving out.
Mom, you said I couldn't stay here.
Shamika pays $3,200
She
to
also
rent
lives in California.
a house.
She,
Their
she
prices
does live in California.
Also,
Doesn't matter.
North Carolina is an
My
underpaid
mortgage
state.
is less than $1,000, so she pays 3 times as much. And I own my home. She rents hers. If they tell her to move out tomorrow, guess what she got to do? Move out.
Yeah, Mom, but that's also because she lives in California.
Sure.
The prices are a bit different. I understand what you're saying, Mom. Because
All
she
these
rents
need to
and
just
she
go.
does.
This is just nasty. I'm gonna have to buy some new pillows.
See?
Oh, okay. Wet my hands. So here's where I decided that those pillows really were not worth it any longer. They really just had sustained so much damage. They were from the $5 section in Walmart in their outside garden section. And so it's going to be okay for me to just get rid of them. We've had them for a season and a half or maybe 2. I don't quite remember. But I just really needed to get rid of them because trying to salvage them was not going to work. Jackson is taking some steel wool and he's trying to get some of this outside from off of the that plastic chair, same as I was doing on the other side. And then of course we're just hosing everything down because we want to make sure that, again, like I said, if people want to sit out, they have a positive seating experience. I will eventually end up having to get some newer furniture, but for right now and the purposes that we have, this works. For as little bit of time as we usually sit outside, special occasions, different things like that, it works okay for now. Of course, here am I in my high boots, and I'm using the watering, and it's not phasing me at all. My feet are not wet or anything like that, so I appreciate these boots, and their sister is in her boots. Jackson has boots as well. He just chooses to come outside and be a real country boy, and we are all right with it. Ready from outside to inside, we're getting ready for canning season. And so I have this, it's the bottom of my coffee cabinet, and I have some, what do I call it? Dehydrated things from last season that I need to deal with. This way I'm able to keep all of my canning jars in one specific space. Now, just looking through my stuff, I do not have enough canning jars, so I'm going to, of course, be ordering more. And I'm always looking at Goodwill to see if I can find any canning jars, but I think that most people just order them, and I will order some. I do have rings and lids, but most times when I do my canning and I give things away, most people don't return the the jars. So I'm just cleaning out everything, giving it a wipe down, and then I'm going to put all of the jars that are clean and washed. Well, we'll probably wash them again before we start doing a canning anyway. But all of the jars, so I have them all in one space, will go down in this particular cabinet. So I'm just moving some of the coffee, things I use for coffee, and then I have quart jars, pint jars. I have jelly jars. I don't have a lot of everything, but I have a little bit of everything. And of course, I usually use the ball jars, but if the Walmart brand is cheaper, I'll get that brand. So this is just putting everything in one place for future use. And so there it is. I'm sure my kids were telling me something or giving me something. So just putting everything down here where it needs to be. All right, y'all. So I'm out in the garden. There's a lot of sun out here. And it's not the best, but our pole beans are doing real well. We bought these 7-foot stakes. Babe, can you get me some water in a thingamajig for the green stalk? I've got to have water in it. Anyway, let me turn y'all the other way so you can see better. Okay, so these peas, pole beans, these are pole beans. And these look amazing. Let me just say that these pole beans are looking quite outstanding. My leaves look nice and like they're just really good. No discoloration. Actually, this pole bean has found its way up this tomato cage, which is perfectly okay because this is a determinate tomato. It's not going to go wild like this one over here is trying to go crazy. So it's all good. I do need to make sure that because it already has tomatoes on it. So these tomatoes already have tomatoes. I will have to come through and probably prune. Last year I did not prune tomatoes, but this year I'm planning to prune because I want to make sure that everything that needs to happen needs to happen. Now I planted over here. Do you see it's nothing? I planted peas, pole beans all up in here, but I am not getting any. I just got those couple. And then here I have cucumber. And then I have cucumber and cucumber and cucumber. So it looks like 4 planted. But I planted cucumber all through here. So I'm going to come back and plant cucumber in there just so I have some coming up. Thank you, lovely. And then I have 1 cucumber coming up here. But I planted, oh, there's another one. There's another one. A little cuckity-cumbity. Okay, I'm going to put it here. Have to feed those because I want to make sure that they come up on the trellis. I'm trying to utilize the vertical space, but we planted them all the way around and I'm not seeing any more. These are lots of weeds that I've tried to keep down, and Alana got me a weed eater for Mother's Day. So as soon as it comes, I'm going to come back through here and just really weed really well. Here are all of my celery plants, which are looking nice. But for some reason, we got a kale plant in the middle of our celery. This should not be in there, but it is. And so I'm thinking somewhere a seed just got put where it wasn't supposed to be put. No worries. Celery's looking good, but Jackson said it's not ready. He said probably about another week or so. So celery's there. I am gonna come and get some of that kale out of there. Beans are coming in real good. So we can see the beans are starting to come in nice. Whoopsie. And these are all bush beans, and they're bush beans we succession planted in there. And so they'll be coming up pretty soon. And then these are all coming up really nice, pole beans again. Look down here, I'll show you all the tomatoes. So y'all can see, they're in there. Praying they don't get on the ground. Oh, these got off the ground, because they were on the ground yesterday, but they're off now. Praise the Lord. We're probably going to come in here and take off some of those bottom leaves. Oh, there's some. Whoopsie. Okay. There's some down there that are on the ground that I really need to get off the ground. But these are all coming up nice. And then back here, of course, I have 1 tomato plant. That is a celebrity tomato. And then I have some carrots in there. This is all my garlic. That's not ready yet. My green stalk is doing okay. We did trim down onions yesterday, and we used those actually in our meals, but I think we need to put some more water. So Jackson's gonna water. We do keep it pretty. It's rained like crazy, but it appears that it does need more water. So Jackson's gonna water. But marigolds are doing good. Beans are doing good. Leaves just look a little bit limp. So Jackson's gonna I don't know if the fertilizer I put in here is not good. Some of my leaves are starting to yellow up. But my peppers look like they're doing okay. Starting to put on flowers. So that's pretty good. I've got spinach in here. Spinach, sometimes it gets a little hot. Most times I do pretty better. I do much better in the fall with those types of, I think that might be a carrot. With spinach, any type of brassicas usually do better in the fall for me. We had a rainstorm the other day and it broke this tomato plant. And so I think this one is pretty much just done. But we did try to stake it up, but I don't think it's going to grow back. Unless some of these bottom leaves decide to grow. I think this top portion is really done. And I did have tomatoes coming on there. But we had a storm the other day and it just blew that one over. Bubba, maybe need more. Maybe need one more to fill because it looks a little dry. And it just rained 2 days ago really bad. Like it's been raining for a couple of days, don't you think? Come now, come. Okay. So I have a tomato plant here. And babe, we probably can put this water on. Okay, here's something I'm proud of, right? Watermelon. 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 Although I did come through and I was weeding out and I probably chopped off about 6 of them, Alana said. I only thought I got a couple, but sister said I got a lot. Watermelon. Watermelon. And we did come back and do some more watermelon for the ones that I pulled up inadvertently. It was not my plan to pull them up, but alas, this is what happened. Okay, peppers in here, and then we have beans coming up. So peppers and beans coming up. These are green bells. You can see some of the green that's coming on, right? But some of these, for some reason, are just, these leaves are yellowing. And I never have had yellow leaves before. I do have another cage I'm going to put in here to help keep this this tomato plant up. This looks like a determinate one that's not going to go crazy. And we have beans all around. And then we have radishes. I have radishes in this bed as well. This is a weed. For sure. Okay. So I have radishes and beans in this one. And carrots. And then we sowed more carrots in here as far as succession planting. Okay. All right. Just FYI between me, you, and the guard post. This was on sale at Lowe's. This particular gardening soil, not my fave. Not my fave. I like my, I like what I like. And I'm going to stick with that. Put sunflowers in here. Pulled up some of the weeds that were here. Sunflowers are on the way. Get out of there, Brenda. This was a volunteer tomato that we pulled out of the first bed. That was a volunteer. All these in pots were volunteers. So we pulled those up. I am excited about this, my nasturtiums. This is the first year that I've done nasturtiums that you can actually see something coming. So I'm excited about that. I do have sweet banana peppers coming all along here. I am going to stake these up. And then I have my, I was kind of worried about my herbs because when we transplanted them, some of them did have transplant shock. But I'm happy to say that it looks like they're recovering well. This is parsley. So I'm gonna take it. Looks like it's recovering pretty well. Oregano, we do have to get some of that out. I'm probably gonna dry some of that. This is sage, and this is mint. That is Thai basil. So this is mint, this is mint, this is peppermint chocolate mint. And so I'm gonna dry some of this. And then there's a nasturtium. Isn't it pretty? It is. All pepper plants, all peppers. I'm gonna get out of here in a minute so Jackson can turn the water on. But I do have to come out here and do some work later. I'm gonna plant some more beans. I wanna make sure that this is down, because I want it to be stable enough for a tomato plant to vine up it. Okay. Oh, that would have been bad. Okay. It's got a couple more tomato plants. I've got to stake those up, and of course, come through here and pull out the suckers. We don't want suckers. Just want to pull those out. I did not prune last year, so hopefully I'm going to learn a little bit this year and get a little bit more growth. And then I have beans all in through here. Beans, beans, beans. All of these are new beans that I just put out less than a week ago, maybe. And we did soak them, but I think they need still more water. And then we did feed these yesterday. So I did feed them yesterday. And they seem to be doing okay. What I want, my hope is that we will get beans or some type of plant that will go up the trellis. The reason I have the trellis is to have vining plants. So I'm giving this a go to see. And then of course over here, we have a little tomato plant, more peppers. This one has all kinds of peppers on it. And then these are tomatoes. And in between the tomatoes, we have pole beans again. So prayerfully, we'll see. That's a tomato plant. We have fed that one. It's in the self-watering trellis system from Vigo Garden. And it's doing okay. A lot of my plants are yellowing, and I can't figure out if it's overwater because it has it's rained a lot here. It's rained a ton. But even though it's rained, it still seems like some of the plants aren't getting enough water. So it just depends. I probably will have definitely heavily amend soil in this before fall planting. So anywho, you guys, there it is. Just a little trip through the garden. It's warm out. I only stepped out just for a few minutes to kind of finish up this video. We'll be back out here a little bit later. I still have some beans to put out. I'm trying to do some succession planting if I can, because I'm going to make sure that we have harvest kind of continually. And I don't want to just harvest one time and then have nothing in the garden. I do have one bed out there that really doesn't have much in it, or we've planted stuff that never did germinate. And so I'm going to put beans in there just to make sure that we are getting something going, right? I always want to have something coming out of the garden. And then I'm also trying to make sure I have enough stock of jars and different things, because once the canning process starts, the canning process starts. So anywho, you guys, there it is. I am going to try to blanch and freeze beans. So I would have like making my own frozen vegetables. So I'm going to blanch a lot of beans and then vacuum seal them and put them in the freezer. So anywho, there it is. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Of course, you'll see this after Mother's Day, but happy Mother's Day anyway. Period. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now. Oh, there'll also be a link in the description box for the boots if you're interested. Bye now.